can't talk about basketball legends without mentioning Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Our own Joe Carter got to interview him. And, Joe, you talked about more than just his glory days on the court, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. We talked about a lot of great things. You know, when you think of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you think of, well, one of the greatest basketball players, I mean, arguably top 5. The guy retired from the game more than 20 years ago, but he's still the all-time scoring leader. Others might say, hey, wasn't that Roger Murdoch from the movie Airplane? You know, there are so many layers to this man. He's a 7-time best-selling author, a global education advocate, and he's a cancer survivor. 2008, you were diagnosed with a form of leukemia. When you got that news, did it change your life? Did you feel like, wait a second, this is it for me? How did you take it?
Anytime you have the word leukemia come into your life related to you is a very scary moment, and for me it was no different. I was very concerned. Just in a year or two prior to that, lost a good friend to leukemia, and I thought that I was dealing with the same set of issues. Fortunately for me, I have a son who's a doctor. He explained to me that there are many different types of leukemia, and I needed to find out what was going on before I assumed that I was in a death sentence. And it's worked out very well for me in that the type of leukemia that I have can be treated.
The Skyhook Foundation, tell me about that. How proud are you of that?
I'm very proud of it. We're trying to get the Skyhook Foundation off the ground, and it's set up to give kids a shot that can't be blocked, and that has to do with their education. No matter what happens to a young person, if they have a good educational foundation, they can do what they want to do with their lives.
Education, it's very important to you.
Yes, it is. Too many young people think that the only thing that they can do is be LeBron James or Denzel Washington or Jay-Z. And if they can't do that, they're lost. And
sure.
That's not it. Any kid that wants to grow up and be me is facing incredible odds. There are only 450 NBA jobs available for athletes. That's it. We live in a country of many millions of people. There are 450 jobs of that type. So most kids are not going to make it. If they just do the math, it would become very obvious to them. But they all use the exception as a rule. We need to flip that back around and give them an idea of what they want to do.
There's kids watching right now that think, I'm going to be the next Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm going to be the greatest basketball player ever. Your advice to them is what?
Dream your dreams, pursue your dreams, but don't have that be the only thing that you pursue. I'm going to steal a quote from the United Negro College Fund. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Don't let your intellectual development suffer because you want to play sports. You can do them both.
It was great to see such a huge former superstar athlete give back so much during the last 20, 25 years that he has off the court, Natasha, especially to young people. These young people who really, really need this kind of help and guidance in their lives.
Yeah, has a lot of wisdom in those years of experience. Joe Carter, thanks.
You bet.